All right. Back at it. I've had to do the video. My camera's playing up and I don't know what's wrong with it, my video camera, so I'm using my phone. So a little bit less today, but that's okay. But as you can see, I've got these cut out and I've got the wheels tacked on. I've gone and dressed it, ground it up a little bit. I'm going to see if I've got some, what do you call it? Primer, just to spray all the welds. And what I'm going to do now is put it on the floor, make sure it's sitting flat, and I'm going to cut the braces. I'm only going to do one across the back. One across the back. I think that's going to be more than enough because on the, I suppose I can do one end as well, but I don't want it to look too odd because the bucket's got to go in one end, so I can't put the brace across. I might just put it down and just dump my big fat bum on it and see how steady it looks, because I think it'll probably take that okay. And I'm going to sheet one side, so once you sheet the side, screw it down, that will give it plenty of strength. So just let me get this on the floor and we'll come back and have a look. Right, I've put it on the floor. It is a little bit wobbly, but I'm going to take it into the back patio because I don't know how flat the floor is out here. So it's not too bad. There's only a couple of mil in it, but failing that, it's not going to be hard to fix. So now I'm just going to hook up. I'm going to weld the tops, get them knocked over, dress them. I don't have any primer, so I'm going to duck into town and get some. Just one can of primer, just to do the corners, like to do the welds and everything. And then I'm going to get that frame and the bits of steel I made for it to get it so I'll work out where I want to bolt it on here. So it's a bit hard because I've got nothing to hold the phone while I'm doing stuff, so I'll just have to do bits and then video and talk about it and then go back and do some more. So stay tuned. Righto, I've got those tacked in. That's where it's going to sit. This will be the front or the discharge end, and this will be the front of the frame because it'll be sitting off center a little bit because the crank just goes a little bit below here, so it'll clear it fine. It won't be a problem. So I can't go into town and get anything because I don't have a car. It's in I'm getting a full service when I drive it over to deliver this to Big D. So I'm getting the engine, the gearbox, and the diff serviced because it spends a great lot of time parked out the front here, and I think it's done about 50,000 kilometres since the gearbox was last done. So getting it done. But anyway, that's fine. I'll get it tomorrow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to weld these out, and then I will go up and start sorting out the tabs for this because I want to. What am I doing? Put the camera where you're pointing to, idiot. Weld the tabs on this so I can sit it on here. I'm not going to drill the holes in these until I get it all reassembled, so I know exactly where the holes are going to be drilled. Although I should be able to do it fine, I guess. I should be able to do it okay with the, if I measure properly, but you know what I'm like. You know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I don't want to screw it up. So, but I'm going to weld this out now, and then I'll go and set the mill up so I can do those other the tabs for here. I'm only going to put one on each end and just drill 2 holes. So that's going to be plenty strong enough, I feel. Unless I decide to do something else. But if I do, I'll let you know. Stay tuned. All right. There we go. I've got that weld. That's only welded on top. I've still got to weld it out yet. I did my tabs. They're sitting in there nicely. So I'm going to wait now until I painted it and got everything fitted, and then I can move it out of the road and drill these 4 holes. That's going to be more than enough. There'll be 10mm bolts, 4 10mm bolts. That'll hold that as sturdy as you're going to need it to. So it's coming together nicely. I don't know whether I'm going to come back out after lunch like I originally planned. We're just starting to melt down a little, and I don't want to go into a full-blown meltdown, because if I do that, then it'll piss me off and I won't come back out tomorrow. So it is what it is. Unless you're in my shoes, you gotta try and imagine what it's like. But yeah, we got there. I checked it. It's still a little bit, just a tiny bit wobbly, but I think when I do the feet to prop it up, it'll be fine. So look, as it is there, it's only just to move it in and out of storage. Knock stuff over. But really, I am making a mess out here. You got no idea. Tomorrow I'm going to come out and clean up before I even start. So, and I think before I start, I'll duck into town and get some what do you call it? Primer. So just touch everything up, and then we'll be full blown into. Once I've got that done, then what I'm going to do is redo the gate and get that finished. So that's all but done. All we do is sandblast that, powder coat it, and I'll get all the other bits and pieces and start sandblasting them as well, ready to powder coat. So yeah, that's how it is. I've got to get everything off the mill now because I was drilling in it, and now I've got coolant all under the vise, so I better take it off before I bugger me mill bed up. So anyway, I'll see if I can work out what's wrong with that bloody camera. It kept coming up with an error, and it wouldn't read no matter what card I put into it. So I'll have to try and sort it for tomorrow, because it's harder with this phone, because now I've got to try and work out how the hell I'm going to get everything off the phone. Yeah, we'll just work something out. But I mean, that'll do for today. I've achieved a bit. Tomorrow I'll achieve an awful lot more. Tomorrow I think I'll get that new gate sorted. I'm going to have to reassemble it anyway, just to get that gate sorted. So before I paint it, I might even primer it. I don't know yet. I can't primer if I'm going to powder coat it, but I really do have to reassemble it. So I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get it all finished, and then I'll strip it and paint it. At the last, that'll be probably the best thing. At the last operation is to paint it. So yeah, thanks for hanging around. I know this is a really short video today, but hopefully I can work out what's wrong with my camera, and we can start doing things properly. So until next time, as always, stay safe.